You're like it? Okay, teaching about MLSs today. We have NJMLS, which is our primary MLS, which governs Bergen, Passaic, Essex, and 3 Hudson County towns. Then we have Garden MLS, which is a lot of counties. It also governs Bergen and Passaic, so if you have a listing in either one of those counties, it must go on both MLSs. It also does Sussex and Warren and Morris and lots of them, lots and lots of counties. And then we have Hudson MLS, which is Hudson County. I would love for all of these to be one MLS. It would make everyone's life easier, but unfortunately it is what it is. But you always, for our office, since we are Bergen County, you have to have NJMLS. Then eventually you can get Garden, and then eventually Hudson, depending upon where you're doing your business. So it depends on when you want to sign in and things like that, but NJ is always the key one for us. Since we are Bergen County, but our office is in a little bit of a cluster of an area, because you go 3 minutes in one direction, you're in Secaucus, and then you go 3 minutes in another direction, you're in Passaic County or Essex County, because you have Clifton right here and Nutley. So you have, which is why this office generally has 3 MLS systems. So you're a brand new agent. All right. So with NJMLS, I guess you haven't had orientation yet for NJ. So there's some things you're going to learn today, and then some things you'll learn through NJMLS orientation. First and foremost, searching for stuff. Very easy. Search. And you go to property search. NJ is very easy to search for things. Then from here, you're going to choose. You're going to choose the type of property you're searching for. Residential is all single family homes. 2 to 4 family, obviously 2 to 4 family, condo, co-op, townhouse, rentals. Then these are all generally like commercial or land type of transactions. But on general single family, you just choose residential. Why is that sitting here like that? Go away, it's a good button. What is this? Thank you. All right. No, why do you keep doing this? Go away, James. And then you can search by town afterwards. It makes it easier. You can do by areas, which you can start this way, or in this box here, you can just start typing town names. So you can just start typing Rutherford, and then you would select, and you can continue to do. So if you have somebody that's looking in Rutherford and East Rutherford and Carlstadt, and so East Rutherford, I'll add Carlstadt. And then you can add, another good one, Lyndhurst. So you got somebody looking at all those towns, you would just hit okay. So now you know you're searching. Look, and it gives you how many actually. So right now there's a total of 28 homes for sale, single family homes for sale between 1, 2, 3, 4 towns in the area. That's not a lot. Before COVID, you could have 28 homes in 1 town for sale. So this is very, very little, and it's everything. So it's every price range. You can narrow that down though. Say you only want homes priced no more than 575. All you have to write is 575 because the other 3 zeros are there. So it makes it easier. So I'm going to hit okay. And it reduced it by half the homes actually disappeared out. So you can just hit search again. If somebody's looking for a particular style home, you would click on style. There's abbreviations, a bi-level. So that's just 2 levels. You walk in and the stairs go up and down like this. A Cape Cod is a 1 level, that's the one that like peaks up totally on both sides, and there's usually 2 small bedrooms upstairs, no bathrooms generally. Some of them are bigger and do have them. Colonial is a regular home that you would walk in, the stairs are here, it's just a basic style home. Mobile home, a ranch, 1 level home, makes it easier for you. Row houses, we don't really have many. Split level, similar to a bi-level, but you'll come in. And then there might be stairs to go up over here, and there's a level, and then there's stairs that go up to this level. So it has just different levels, and it's only usually like 3 or 4 stairs that separate each level home. So it's more, it's obviously bi-levels this way, and then the split level is like zigzagging around, right? Duplex, those are when you find like 2 homes kind of next to each other, and there's 2 sides. Those are generally duplexes, as long as they're not in a community that's got an HOA thing. So you'll look at the 2, there's actually, they just built several of them right on Terrace Ave in Hasbrook Heights. I drove down the street, and that normally if I drive down, it's in one direction, not the other, so I was forced to come down the street the direction, because entrance to the highway was closed. And I went, all the homes that were there were gone, and now there's the 2 duplexes sitting there instead.
Okay.
So you can just search, so these are, or if you just hit search, because your client doesn't really know what style home. Once you hit search, it just brings you to all of them.
Okay.
A means they're completely active, the star next to it means they're in attorney review, which means they've accepted an offer. The attorneys are going through it and they are basically ripping the contract up and rewriting it. That's what attorney review does. The contract has all this stuff in it that doesn't necessarily pertain to the home, because there's stuff there about farmlands and other things, so they make the writer catering it to that particular home. So that's what that means. Then you would eventually, you know, once it's there, once it goes out of attorney review, they disappear. But you can see Carlsbad only has 2 homes for sale. There's 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, they're all, how many full baths versus half baths in here? I'm gonna hit revise search. When searching for bathrooms, and this is something you know, 1 is a full bath. If you want a half bath, you have to add 0.1. 1.1 is 1 half bath. 1.2 is 2 half baths. That's how you search for those. So it does tell you there that 2.1 to specify 2.5 baths, 2.5 would be turbinate is 2 full and 5 half baths.
The one.
Right, so you're not gonna do 1.5,
Yeah.
which is what you necessarily might write in your description, that it's 1.5 baths that way, but that's not how you search for this. I know it gets funky. Normally what a lot of people do just to make their lives easier, if you know that somebody that wants 1.5 baths, when you're doing your search, you might do 1 bath to 2 full baths on the max end of it, so then it'll pull anything that's from 1 bath to 1.5 to 2 full baths.
Okay.
Or, you know, anything in between it, it'll pull a range for you. You can hit okay here, let's see if that dropped. Hit okay. The 4 homes got eliminated out of it. You can say how many bedrooms you want, minimum of 3 bedrooms. You can leave the max out. Ooh. And now it brought it down to 7. Only 7 homes fit your client's criteria right now in those 4 particular towns that they're looking for. 1 in Carlsbad, 2 in East Rutherford, 1 Lyndhurst, and 3 in Rutherford. But out of these 7, 3 of them have accepted offers. So you're really only left to look at 4. And here's the thing, if I just click right here on the numbers, it'll just pop up, it'll just do a little pop-up. So you can see the actual information. This one's got an open house this weekend. Okay, great. But sometimes it's only been on the market. Oh, that's the other thing I can show you. Close out of this. This right here tells you how many days they're on market. 22, 28, 24. So you can see how many days they're on market. So this one that's 13 days on market. Let's see something. Been on market for a little bit.
How long would you consider it to be a better bid? Like,
Okay, so just a price range. Anything that's on market from 1 to 3 months is a seller's market.
okay.
From 4 to 6 months means it's a very steady market. That means it's going up, it sits the normal amount of time, buyers are coming in, and that's gonna sell basically within 10% of the list price. Whether it's 10% over or 10% under. So if something's up for 400,000, that's either gonna sell for 4,000 lower or 4,000 higher. It's not anything crazy. Something that's in a seller's market might sell for a lot more because they're moving very quickly. Anything over 6 months is in a buyer's market. So if something's listed for 400,000, now it's up for 7 months, 8 months. You're gonna be getting it probably a lot cheaper because it's just sitting and sitting and sitting and, you know, it might be overpriced.
So the 13 would that.
13 days are still in seller's market. Everything here is truly a seller's market right now. This one's headed close to a month. I was trying to see the agent notes in here. There's always notes to agents on here. You know, your agent is down here on it. So it's an EXP agent, his name's Steven, he's giving out 2% commission to the buyer's side with a minus of 350. That's and that varies per agent, per office. And it gives you all the information that's in here that you need to know. All offers submitted after 5 p.m. on Fridays or on the weekends will be presented to the owner on Monday. Because the reality is that any offers, even if they're signed, they don't you can't start attorney review on a weekend or a holiday. So, and this person, also the seller might be busy on the weekends and they can't get a hold of their sellers. So they're at least letting you know that anything after 5 p.m. on Friday will be presented to the seller on Monday. It just kind of is what it is. You have the heads up at least to know that. That's all pertinent information. This just tells you all about the property, when it was built, you know, what the heating and the air conditioning and all of this is. This is just the description that you see, your clients see on the internet anywhere. How many beds, baths, your taxes are here, how big the lot is. That is a tiny lot.
It looks like
That's a very tiny lot, I'm sorry. You know, it also tells you here, is there a garage, there's no garage. You know, it just gives you all the information, municipal, the sidewall colonial, which means when you come in, the stairs are either to your right or to your left, center hall, they're in the center of it. So it just gives you all the information, so that's, but you, like, if you were, this is the full report, this is the full agent report, because it gives out a lot of stuff. If you wanted to send this to your client, here, you just click on one of these, brief, no photo, you don't have to do the CMA. This is customer report without address, showing report. These are just different with text. I always just do customer report. If you want to print it and then you hit go. So this way the customer gets all the information,
Okay.
you know. And your information is fixed here, and they are now showing what you get as an agent, as your commission. It is displayed to them now.
Where would that be?
It's right here, so they do now get that, but all this other information that you saw, they have.
Okay,
But it's just branded specifically to
to them,
you,
okay,
yourself, and they're not seeing the listing agent information on this.
okay.
And the listing office, they're seeing your information because they're your client. And this is how you search for anything, even if you were to, I'm gonna revise search. And also, so if you were constantly searching, and it's the same criteria, if you go to your recent searches here, it shows you what your recent searches were. So if this was the criteria and you were out and you're going back in 2 days later, come over here and you can find your recent search. That it showed this, and it'll give the date at that point, because you're doing this today, so it's not showing you, but it'll show your past searches that when you were looking for stuff. So like this was me, I was looking in different counties for my clients. There's a lot here because I was thinking this is the whole county, but the thing is, I don't even know what county this is, 15. It was either Passaic or Morris or Suffolk, I really don't know. It's one of those three.
What if they don't have a specific county in mind?
You can, so you can go here to county, you're doing your search, hold on, I'm gonna do this. If I click on this, I'm gonna just, actually, can I clear anything out? No, I don't think I can.
Or we.
Oh, wait, clear, on the right hand side, she's blank. So when you go to county, you click on the little hourglass. And then what you do is, if you know they're looking in Bergen, Passaic and Essex, you click on Bergen, hit the control button on your keyboard. Essex, oh, that's Cumberland. And scroll down to Passaic with 16, and then you just hit OK. So now it brings you all counties, and if I were to hit this count button. Showing fields required, oh yeah, status. You choose under contract, active, under contract, that's leased, sold, withdrawn, expired. But you just want active right now, if you're searching for your clients.
Expire means that it expires.
It expired on the MLS.
But it's still could be.
The person still might want to sell their home. Or it expired and is now relisted, so you always gotta look. So the now between these three counties, there's a lot, there's 300 homes. So now you have to go back through your little things, how many baths, how many beds, so you can narrow it down. Actually, I'm gonna go to status really fast. And I'm gonna go to expired, take out this. I'm gonna hit OK, it's gonna show me everything, so I want to. And eliminate a county. I'm just gonna go back to Bergen. For the moment. I'm actually gonna go back to this expired, and I'm gonna go to status and date. It doesn't, it opens it up, and now it's gonna ask me what I wanna go back. Let's go back to past month,
Okay, so it's expired.
within the past month, we'll just say. 49 homes, much better. Otherwise, it's a 2-year range, it pulls automatically.
Okay.
It'll pull back 2 years. So some of these were up for a while, but here, if you click here. It's showing me it expired, literally just expired, but now I'm gonna go to this H. This H is the listing history
Okay.
on this particular property. Okay, So it shows you, you'll never be able to click on these here. It can tell you there's no information because this was 1998 and the internet was just getting going.
Yeah.
You might see some old listing information on these and these, and if you look at an old listing information from some of them. There are categories that exist today on the MLS may not have been there at the time, so there may not have been a pool category. Now there is,
Yeah.
so things like that, but so here it would show you this is expired out. It has not been relisted.
So it was red.
It would show it there. I was gonna, I was trying to see if I can actually this was 9,
2650.
let's just try. I can select a few of them. I'm gonna go to. Full report, where is it? And I'm gonna go,
Que usted me está hablando, ya lo restaba.
and I'm gonna hit. This one right?
Sí, el de 3 cuartos.
Oh.
2650.
Yeah, and then I gotta see them all. This one never has been
Y
relisted
que
yet.
las fotos salen del piso negro.
It expired out on today, yesterday, actually, the night. Where's 70 Chestnut Ave? Interesting. Huh,
Oh, you did that one?
I grew up in this town.
Um,
So this is over by the school, over by the elementary school, exactly, I'm like, that's interesting. So, this home, let's see if this
Was that a
one,
conservative place?
no, this is a single family home, it's contemporary, it's new, so it's a really big home.
Oh, okay.
But it'll tell you, again, X, why, of course, because I don't know what's been relisted, it doesn't tell you what's, you know. But you have to do this and see, has it been relisted, has it not been relisted? And this is a good way to get, leads.
Okay.
So this expired out on the 1st of August.
Yeah.
Why did they do that? So weird. So this listing went live on the 27th of February. On the 27th of February, they also listed it to rent out. Now, it did rent. And it rented on the 23rd of March. But they left the listing active. They might have just done a 1-year lease and said, hey, we're still selling this. But there's tenants in there until the end of March of next year, even if you wanna buy the home and wait to move in. So they might have left the listing live because of that, where they forgot their listing was live and just let it expire out. So you can see that it was actually leased. That's weird. Cause the sellers might say, hey, yes, keep it for sale right now. This one again, they're all have not been yet put back on market. So it's a good way, it would show you A there, actually, if. Let me back to so. No, search.
Okay, and then what does one and mean to them?
Oh, I will show you that. Let me just see if this one. Oh, no, none of these, okay, these are the categories. So this is the MLS number, how many pictures, the status, X expired, virtual tour.
Oh, okay.
So there was a virtual tour associated, how many days it was on the market before it expired, what town, the price, the style of the home, your address, your beds, your baths, your half baths. Forget what I stands for, it's information. T's are taxes, that's tax information, history. That's the street map. Realist, this brings up other tax data information, the seller's full names, you might not see the seller's full names on this tax one, but you will hear, there's a lot of other information on Realist. And then this is RPR, not my favorite, it's good for certain things, but not necessarily if you were trying to comp something out, I don't like it for that. But that's how you search for properties on here, again, you can go to your tax search here, map or whatever, when creating listings, I always create my listing agreement here, because what it does is, I'm gonna go. Delete that, actually, or whatever, it's fine. You choose your town, because I'm already in Bergen County, you would just choose the town, there's probably one in here. You're choosing whether it's a rental, residential, it doesn't matter, you know, you choose whatever category you wanna do. You put in your street number. This is the house I grew up in, so that's why I was this. It tells you, all right, here's my client's information, I'm gonna hit autofill, and then from here. You fill in everything that is yellow
Okay.
and make sure, I don't know why this is not yellow. blows my mind, that's the commission. So you fill in everything that's yellow. The reason why I do my listing agreement here is because I can print the agreement, as you can see up there, aka download. And bring it to DocuSign. But you fill this, because otherwise what's gonna happen is you have to fill all this information in to put the listing live.
Yeah.
So some people go into DocuSign, they bring the form into DocuSign, you go into one section and pull it in, and then you're manually filling it all out, and then you're gonna come here and they're gonna do the same thing. I find that to be a waste of your time.
Yeah.
So we do it all here, then you would hit print and you can download it, you can bring it all in to make it easier for yourself. My assistant's on Zoom right now, and this is what we do. Because it just saves a lot, I'd rather sit there and take the extra minute to add signature and date marks that need to go on the form in DocuSign than have to sit there and spend 10 minutes. It'll show you what it looks, I don't know if it's. You bring it to the next screen. It would have, if you put listing dates in there, this would show. This asks when you, when the seller is looking to take possession of it, I just write to be determined, because it goes by the contract. Here is what the overall commission is, 4%, 5%, whatever you're doing. You always choose yes on this third box. That means you want to work as a seller's agent and a dual disclosed agent or dual disclosed agency. Because that means that your seller has given you permission to show, sell, rent their home to a client you have or someone particular in this office. And then you have to get that form signed. After your listing expires, how many days would you be due a commission as long as the listing is not relisted by somebody else? So let's just say you had a listing for this, it expired today, and next week, somebody that had seen the house when you had it listed decides they wanna buy it. That protects you, as long as it hasn't been relisted by that time. So some people write 60 days, 180 days, whatever you wanna write in here, then your client's names and phone number go here. This doesn't get populated, the owner phone number here does not get populated on the MLS. That yellow box that was there, I write 5s, 0s, 1s, put your phone number, whatever. So that's not published, this is there strictly for MLS purposes, because at any point in time, the MLS can ask us for these documents. And they can call the seller and ask if they really wanted their home for sale.
Okay.
So this is what it is, and then you hit print, and then it takes all the stuff together and puts it onto forms for you. I can actually, let me log into DocuSign really fast and show you what it looks like. It'd probably be easier to go to here. I like how that just auto-filled very nicely for me. No, I have one in here. Sometimes DocuSign likes to nap while it's doing this.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay. Switch to, no, I don't want preferences. Switch to rooms, there we go. This one. Switch too fast. Oh my. There we go. Because what happens in DocuSign, when you select the documents, you want to send it for signature, another box pops up and asks who's signing this, seller 1, seller 2, this, that, so it pre-tags most of the stuff. Everything that's in DocuSign is pre-tagged unless you manually bring a document in. That's the only document you would actually have to manually add signatures to because it doesn't know, other ones, they're in here already. So in this particular case, this is what your listing agreement will look like when it's pre-filled by the MLS for you with all the information, with the street information, the office information. Everything is in here. So you would have to come to the bottom of this page, add your signature, the broker's signature, the seller's signature, and a date mark. Then this is the Attorney General memo, which lets them know about fair housing discrimination, all of that. You'd add a signature here for you, the client, or 2 clients, depending on what it is, and then on the bottom of this one, the same thing. So it's very easy. I'd rather sit there, like I said, and take a minute to add all the signatures
And then just.
and hit send instead of filling this form out in DocuSign and filling it out in NJMLS. It is a waste of time. I'm gonna hit back. Now, also when it comes to clients and you want to send them emails for buy side, you go to prospects and you can add a new prospect. Yeah, we're leaving this page. This is generally for all of them when you wanna add, what do I wanna add? I'm gonna probably butcher these last name. Did I spell Phil? That is not right. Your last name does not begin with, is that how you spell your last name? He's not listening, right? He's down there. And then you add their email. You can add their cell phone number, whatever this, that, and the other thing. So you're gonna add them, you hit continue. Oh, yeah, that would be very helpful. Your KW leverage at gmail.com. That works.
And then that's,
That's how you add a client. They're an active client. So you want reverse prospecting, yes or no, that's kind of for you. Auto email. Select and send manually, if you choose what you want for this client. When they want to receive it, giving them the option to opt out. So you just kind of, do you want to display tax information? Always you want to display tax information for your client, because when they're pre-approved by the lender, it is based upon the taxes. So like, I had clients that were putting an offer in on 2 different properties. One was almost $50,000 higher, but the payment was almost the same because the lower one had higher taxes. And the other one had lower taxes. So by doing that, the tax information it can make a big difference from $7,000 to $10,000 a year. That's a $3,000 difference. That's almost $200 a month difference in your payment.
yeah.
So. You don't necessarily need to send them all of this, but you're just gonna save them in here.
Yeah.
Save. Auto email prospect. I didn't give them any searches to save. Add search for the prospect. Okay, so what happens now is you can come in and save your search, save as prospect. So I'm gonna go to, this is for myself, so I'll do that in my time. Whatever, my town, good. I'm just gonna go ahead in general. Search. Save as, so it's saved as his. Click on email, click OK to email all matches. Great, and now that it's saved with that.
Okay.
So, but if you were obviously before, like you would go in and say, okay, I need to, or searching in these, you'd add all the towns and the criteria, so then they're only getting the ones that they're looking for. That's how that works. Prospect immediately, we're gonna say bi-weekly, and it'll set up for a certain period of time. Maybe these are just things for you, or they, little notes for you, whatever that you wanna put in here. And then you can just hit save. And now, and see, these are my searches, and it gives me, when it expires is in 3 months, 4 months. October, November, it's 4 months and keeps it 4 for you. So it does do that. And it tells you when they view things, when they haven't viewed things, like this one expired. This is long expired for you, so it just kind of makes it a little easier to automatically shifts it over. So these are just little things on you on Content JMLS. As a garden, again, for searching for your client, you have to contacts. I know you have to add your contact first. I don't think I might be in here. Oh, maybe I should actually like read. It's not how to spell my last name at all. You can add their phone numbers and things like that. Their email address. I don't even know if I have myself in here. I might have to change this email address. Okay, and then I would just hit save. You can add a second contact if it's a husband and wife, or 2 people looking. Changes have been saved successfully. Okay, so now that I've added my contacts, then I have to come over to, there's another section I go into. I've done this before now. Yes, you can always search open house to one on JMLS for open house.
Oh,
Open house. Again, choosing, it's very easy. the
Okay.
county, when you're looking for what date range, the county, the towns and stuff like that, it shows you count and then it'll just give you a list of everything. It does make it easier. When you have NJ's training, they'll go through, because it is a couple hours. It's a couple hours, then you have a break and then another couple hours, one day and you're done. But they will go over lots of, I just showed you, it gets repeated again on NJMLS. Gordon is trickier. So I have to go to search. I think it's advanced usage search. No, I don't think I've created one. Residential. Yes, so with, yes, so, and, NJMLS doesn't have the coming soon feature, so when you go on, it'll say delayed showing. That's what that means. Delayed showing and coming soon are the same, it's just different terminology for different MLSs. I know. This is what drives us all. So like, I never want my clients to see it under contract to show. It's already under contract, I understand you still want to show the property in case something happens, but. Yeah. It can be a waste of your time, because somebody can get their hopes and dreams up and then big flat fall on your face. So this is the status. Again, you're choosing the county you're looking for, and it's every county's in here. So I'm just gonna, for fun, there's not gonna be much in Bergen County. Town, what town would have a little bit more here, Rutherford, East Rutherford. Lyndhurst, there's Lyndhurst, that's what I found first. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know the town code, so I'm leaving that. Beds, you can add all of this into your search. And then I'm gonna hit search. I have 5 searches. Great. Now so I can see my searches this way. Again, the star on this one. I think on Hudson County, unless it might say AR. Or is that active rental? That's active rental. But this needs its in attorney review also. This address. Not who I thought it was. Where did I? Oh, because I wanted my clients to see the property, that's why. I was like, I know this address, I took save results. You must select at least one. Oh, wait a minute, hold on, we need to close. Going back to my search list here. I want to save search. So now I'm gonna enter a name for it, and I'm gonna say it's, you know, put your client's name in here. Mary, whatever, and now I'm gonna attach it to my contact. That's how you marry these two together, so it's done a little differently on NJMLS from Gordon. Yeah. So the contact that you enter, you created your search, you're attaching it to them, and it'll go out to them. Sorry. So that's how this one works. I'm not sending myself stuff. Please, if you get emails from me, sorry. Searching for properties in general, though, you can go right to Gordon's website. Here, if you're just searching for stuff, again, you're just choosing the county, and we can do lots about this area. Let's go first, actually, where's the one, right? Foxbury. And then again, you're choosing, this is the coming soon active. You want to keep those two. Basement, non-basement. Here's the big thing with Gordon. They don't differentiate between condo, co-op, townhouse, and single family residences. You have to do that in your search here. So here it's gonna ask, the CPT is condo, co-op, townhouse, or residential, single family. This is where you would choose this. This is the style code again. You would read it.
No.
No, this is pricing, you would have to write out 400,000, 500, make sure you write the whole thing on theirs. You know, sale price means what it closed for, close date, obviously list date, you can do something that's only listed in the past month, too, you generally don't wanna do that though. Especially if your clients are searching for a long time, you wanna see what's been sitting. Because if something's been sitting for a while, you might be able to get it in a little cheaper or add it or something else, and it might suit your client's needs. But again, you can search by minimum of bed, bath. I think here you can write 1.5. I don't know, just yell at me from doing that, so don't write that, just do 1 to 2 beds. I don't think it even allows a 0.1 on this one. Nope. It's just one number. Oh, that's bedrooms, not baths. That could be a good reason why. Here's baths. Okay, it does work on this one. But I don't know if it's 1.5 here or not. I just generally, when I search, just do 1 to 2, it just makes your life easier.
Yeah.
You'll see it on your listing. So then you search this, the town, one bed, I just put every price range in, and then you hit search. And again, it tells me there's 20 transactions that are available in this particular town. And again, as you can see, there's an asterisk next to anything that's under an attorney review, but there's still a lot more homes for sale, and you did have a big price range here just because we didn't narrow it down. I know someone's trying to cut side door here while I'm teaching class, and I don't think they realize that. So that's that. Oh, they're just keys. I think that's what they're doing. I'm like, what are they doing over there? Now, when it comes to condo co-op townhouse, and you want to choose this, you don't want to choose multi-floor. You don't want to choose townhouse and unit townhouse interior, because some people might choose multi-floor and it's a townhouse. Yes, we understand it's multi-floor, but I want to know it's a townhouse. You know, they might not choose. I don't think condo is even an option. I'm trying to see ABC. It's not even an option, but you might have some condos that are 2 floors. You might have some that are not. So or they're listed as 1 floor. You know, sometimes they choose, it gets funky, so I generally just leave it. And let it pull what it pulls, and then you have to differentiate from there. Because I've seen some things, or they choose 2 options, it's townhouse and unit, and it's multi-floor. You know, you don't know how the person has it listed, they either have it listed this, they might have it listed this, but again, you don't want to exclude end unit from interior, because your client might not care. So you do also have a lot more homes on Garden MLS to choose from, and it's simply for the fact that this is Sussex County and Warren County and everything that goes out west. So up in Sussex County, you will have a lot of log cabin homes up in Vernon and things like that, in West Milford, or other stuff. You'll have a lot of ranches out west where you don't necessarily have them here. There's a lot of actually out west, there's a lot of bi-levels and split levels and ranches or raised ranches. Again, when you're looking at a ranch, I don't choose just one. I'll have to choose raised and regular, because you want both in there. Otherwise you're gonna wind up eliminating it after yourself. Instead, what NJMLS does is it'll be ranch, and then there's a sub style, and then you can choose all, or you would choose like raised ranch or whatever it is. So NJMLS gives you the sub style when you're listing. Because what happens is when you do the search, it gives all the ranches, and then you can see from there whether it's a raised ranch or not. Same thing like you, first floor, that's the thing, first floor unit. When it comes to condo co-op and townhouse, you might not think such like, so I just leave everything as it is. Here's an expanded branch. Yeah, so there's lots of different things here, so this is why I kind of just let it be when I do condo, especially condo co-op townhouse and stuff like that. It is what it is. Right. Yeah, it tells you, unless they say I wanted 1 floor, I want a first floor unit.
Yeah.
Right, but then again, you have the agents who might just have chosen 1 floor unit and not chose first floor unit, and you just eliminated it out, and you clicked one and not seeing the other. This is the problem with that. These are how you do searches here, again, so when you go back to Garden, it says residential, it says multi, land, commercial, business, rental. I have no idea what this is. Multi-property types. I don't know, we're just gonna get close. Makes it easier for you to enter. You go to agent management, view, edit agent inventory, you would hit add listing, or you can complete incomplete inventory, it doesn't really matter. Incomplete inventory will show you things you've started to list, which I can delete these because they're not real, they're fake.
And then it's only like,
And then, once this wants to go. Where did it go? Oh, okay, then when you wanna add, you would add residential land, multifamily rental. So you would choose residential, hit continue. You choose your county, you choose your town. Street number, always do the.
street number twice.
Yeah, so it only brings you to this street. They'll have that home.
Oh, okay.
So if you're putting up a listing and then you hit search, don't hit next, it'll yell you 8,000 times. So otherwise, if you do a range, sometimes you might have to do a range, because some of them, some towns like Patterson and Fair Lawn are 62-64.
Okay.
So it's fine.
It's not-
So you can't search 62-64, you might have to put 62-64 and then it'll pull the property for you. So then you would just hit auto populate and it brings you to this screen. Look, they gave you the pin where it is on the map. Yes, that's correct. You hit save, you enter your price, listing date. This is one thing with Gordon. So if you are prepping your listing for next week, you cannot choose the listing date here. It's shadowed out. Don't ask. You can put the expiration date, again, possession, and put to be determined, and then you just kind of go through everything that's in red. And if you don't fill it out, you go to the next spot. You highlighted it in red for you, but it also leaves you a little warning of an exclamation here. And you just continue filling things in. You know, style home, is there a basement? If you choose yes for basement, now this becomes red. And you have to say, is it finished, unfinished, you know, you choose your categories. But if I choose no, it stays like this. Roof type, they ask, garages, is there garage?
I don't know the roof type.
You can tell by looking at the home.
Okay.
You'll be able to tell if it's a regular shingle.
Okay.
If it's, you see a flat top and it's black, it's tar,
Okay.
it's a tar top. Most homes are asphalt shingle, I can read. Most of them are that, wood shingle, you can definitely tell the difference. Wood shingle roofs, you don't really see, you see wood shingles on the outside of a house.
Okay.
But you know. Slate roofs, not very common, tile, not very common, metal, not very common, flat, yes, would be a tar. Garage spaces, if there's one, again, that's gonna pop up. If it's 0, it stays the way it is. And then if there's a driveway, how many additional spots outside of the garage, and then you would choose it, that 1 car width, 2 car width. Garden kind of gives you, this is what I like about Garden, it gives you a little bit more options and more detailed to your listing of what you can put on there compared to NJMLS. NJMLS is a lot easier to search for properties, and it is very quick to enter things and create your listing agreement. You can create this and put this out, but you don't have to, but there's so much exterior description is game the same, again, exterior features, barn and stable. You don't see that on NJ because there's not many towns in Bergen County that have barns. Or most that have a barn in Bergen County. Not anymore at least. But you can, so as you go through dimensions, this is another nice feature. Living room, what floor is it on? Dining room, what floor is it on? Family room, is it on the ground floor, the basement? So like on a bi-level, right, so when you're searching, you'll see all of these things that'll come up. And as you scroll down here even further, if there's other style rooms that aren't in those categories, is there a library in the ground, you know, and where is the other room located in the basement, the ground floor, this, that, the other thing. But as you come down, it tells you basement level rooms and you can check them all off. You know, first ground level, basement, ground level are not the same. Some people get very confused with this. When they look at on a bi-level, they say, yes, there's a basement and it's ground level. I'm like, that is not a basement, a ground level. On a bi-level does not exist, a basement does not exist. It is just ground level. Level 1, 2, 3, 4, you choose them all off. What kind of kitchen is it? You know, is it an eating kitchen? Is it not an eating kitchen? Is it galleys, like a country kitchen, a breakfast bar? Like, so it gives you all these little extra options. Is there a master bedroom? Is it on the first floor? Does it have a fireplace? What are the master bath, you know, features? Does it have a jetted tub and things? So this is one thing nice. This is really funny. You can't write this on Garden MLS. They will take your description off, yet they have it written there. That's awesome. Generally refers to a series of rooms that constitute a separate suite, often with its own entrance. But it's not supposed to be called in-law suite anymore. Or in-law suite descriptions.
Oh, you.
I don't know. Any other interior features do they have? Do they have a hot tub, a security system? So Garden does give you a lot more information that you can put on the MLS than you can on other ones. It is what it is, the types of utilities, which again, you're asked over there, it'll flip over. Is it a 1 unit, 2 unit, is it baseboard, is it electric, is it gas, you know, do you have forced hot air, central air? Are the utilities, so like all underground, a lot, if you go to South Jersey, like if you're in, say, Freehold, or some of those towns down there, most of the utilities, if you drive around, you notice there's like, you'll see light posts, but you won't see wires. They're all underground. So this way, when power goes out, if there's storms and stuff, they don't get taken out. So it's all underground.
Yes.
Like, you know, when Sandy hit up here, we lost a lot of power up here because all of our stuff got taken out. Where they lost power, but they also got it back faster because that was, you know, mainly underground. So, you know, is the water private well? You'll find a lot of well water out west. You actually find a lot of well water up in northern Bergen County here, between like Franklin Lakes and Allendale and things like that. They have wells and they also have septic up that way too. Septic tanks are very, very big out west and Sussex County. They don't have public sewage. It is what it is, so that's what it is. So you have the options, there's more options here because of that too. So if you are a septic tank, is it a 3-bedroom house? Is it a verified tank for 3 bedrooms? Meaning, can it handle the load of what could possibly occupy, basically, let's just say 6 people, 6 to 9 people, that's what it is. Can it handle the load before it has to be cleaned and stuff like that? That's what these mean. Is there an extra sewage charge? Sometimes sewage is included in your taxes. Sometimes it's not included in your taxes, and you have to pay an extra fee. So those are like little things. That's kind of one nice thing about Garden. It gives you these extra little details that you don't get on NJ. NJ is great with this. One cool thing about Hudson County is agent. So let's just say you have an agent that you know does a lot of business in a particular town. It may not be part of our office, but they do a lot of business. You can actually search by that agent's name. She's from Keller Williams Park Views. Overall, she's had 183 listings. But now I want to go to status right here. This is the quick search for the client. It's right here for you.
Okay.
Ready? You didn't know this, huh?
No.
Look, so on the left side right here on Hudson County MLS. Like, so Rachel does a lot of business in Jersey City. You know Rachel does a lot of business in Jersey City. Actually, we're gonna change that. We're not gonna do Rachel because I know the answers tend to be to this when I do this. We're gonna do Agnes Bowman, who's with the office.
What do you go before to get to?
This is Hudson County. This is the main screen on Hudson
Oh,
County.
just the main, okay.
Right,
got
it's
it.
the left side.
Oh,
So Agnes Bowman, I'm searching in, so Agnes Bowman has had 474 transactions overall that have been on Hudson County. So, but I wanna see what she has that's active right now, so I'm gonna go to status. CAR is active rental, by the way. ARIP is what they have listed as the code here. So I just wanna go to active, I'm gonna take off these 2 at the moment. And I'm gonna hit save.
that's.
So there's 7 transactions right now that Agnes has that's active in on the MLS. But let's just say I want to particularly look for, will it give me the town?
But that's only on Hudson.
This is Hudson.
Can you do that in?
No.
NJ or?
No, so this is what's nice about Hudson. When you search, if you, like I said, you want to search for Sea Caucus. Agnes is the queen of Sea Caucus. You know that whether she's in your office or not. So now I know she's got 7 things available. So and I only chose active. She has 4 active rentals right now and 3 active sales. Whether it's a 2-family, some investment properties she's got, this rentals for office space. And these are residential. So she's got 2 office space rentals, 2 residential rentals, a 2-family for sale, and then she's got 2 investment properties that are up for sale. So this is a really cool feature on Hudson that you don't get to see on other MLSs.
So what's the other way that all the agents can look your,
They can't,
no one can check?
no. When you're doing searches, a property search. If this is all this is, it's a property search.
No, they say
You can't,
like.
you cannot
Okay.
search, you cannot.
Mm,
It's only a property search, that's what your search is.
no.
Property search, MLS number, listing history, This listing history tells you like when last time it was for sale.
Is there any way I can go, I'm trying to look for a rental in Garden MLS, but I just want single family houses to come up. And I don't find like the.
Yes, that's an option at the bottom.
What is this? This is what you
So,
have.
like, I can put one unit, but then they don't show me like, I put like one unit. And
Yeah,
it doesn't show.
no, you have to go to rentals.
Uh-huh,
Where are you looking? County,
access company.
town, all over,
All over.
select all options.
No, you don't have to, just leave
I
it.
can see that, that, yeah.
You just.
Now I wanna come down, I don't want under contract to show, rental price, is there a particular price?
4,500 maximum.
Max. 4,500. I want residential,
Huh?
multifamily,
But multi-family, we don't want.
you don't, you just want residential, you want single family.
What? I couldn't. But now
And
you know what?
This is
What
not
happened?
a co-op townhouse, and then I'm just gonna leave all this information on the bottom out, and I'm gonna hit search.
Come on.
There's 104 transactions, so I don't wanna search those 104, so I need to minimize it, how many bedrooms? How many max? Huh?
Two.
Max?
Two and one. Minimum.
That's a big
Max,
market for.
actually, we'll do minimum of 2 bedrooms, maximum of 3, because that's a high dollar amount, so you're gonna get 3 bedrooms in there. Now I'm gonna hit search again. I'm down to 55 transactions, and I want 1 to 2 baths. And we're still at 55. But do you want a garage? Do you not want a garage?
We have a parking space.
Right,
And no, you know what? Is my problem was that I was doing in search and then I was going in,
yeah,
and then I don't have that option, right?
right, do it in the home screen
Exactly.
instead.
Okay. Thank you. Oh
You're
my
welcome.
God, I can't believe I have been dealing with this for so long.
And that's the easiest way. So this is the cool thing about this, otherwise you're gonna go to search here, and you're gonna choose 1 family, 2 I just choose 2 family, you put in your price range, area 901, I don't know why, this is probably from my scripts that I've done before. The table is date and all of that, but obviously you wanna take out what you need to take out or whatever, or something I was doing here. 2 family home stayed in their area, you choose from here. Now, when searching in Jersey City, you're gonna type JC. And then it's gonna bring you the different sections of Jersey City, because Jersey City is so large, that when you do a post for it, it has to be done by section. Are they looking in Bergen, Lafayette, downtown, Greenville, Heights, Journal Square? So you do want an area, because people are very particular when it comes to Jersey City, where they wanna live. Greenville's a lovely area, and not everybody wants to live down in Greenville. Heights is really has become a good up and coming area. Downtown changed probably close to 20 years ago, downtown started changing out. To a really nice area where they started taking the old warehouses and making them massive condos, apartments. So Jersey City, you choose like this, otherwise you just do a quick search for West, and then you find West New York or whatever it is. Actually, we're gonna do this, and yeah, we'll do that. Save. Right now, it's showing me 426 transactions. I want status is what I want. And I'm just gonna choose active. That's all I want is the ones that are active. I absolutely nothing for sale in West New York. Oh, wait a minute, total bedrooms. I was like, what is going on here? There we go, that number started to change. Yeah, this one started as a done. So right now in West New York, there's 5. But that's how you search here. When you're adding your listings, you add listings, you go to maintain. And then you would hit add 1 family, this actually, you can just go to add 1 family there. So you go to add, sorry, when you go to listings, you go over to the right hand side that says add, you choose, and then. I don't know if I did there. These all this is one cool thing too, every time you do something, it just creates a new little tab for you. So you go to listings, you go to 1 family, we'll go to 2 family. Cool.
No.
tax total bill. You're choosing one of these taxes, this is generally where people are posting. Options up again. I'm gonna go type in my street name, and I'm gonna do go in this box. You know the address and it's nothing like that, so now they're showing me two properties, I can put the city in, but I narrowed it down to two for now. I'll leave it, because it's easier, I know which one I'm looking for, there's one in Jersey City, there's one in Weehawken. I'm gonna check off the Weehawken one, and then I'm gonna hit log bill.
And then it already has them.
So it's gonna show me the lot block and all this information, I hit save, and then you continue to go from there, you're gonna have, I don't know why this is not the county. So you'll have to hit the hourglass, and you're gonna have to choose how to, it's the only option, it's gonna ask you for the area again. And you'll just choose, you'll have to go in and search for Weehawken. Or whatever, obviously town you're looking at. Red, everything in red has to be filled out, okay? So what's cool is you can hit required only,
And then.
and it shows you everything in these categories of what has to be filled out. If you don't hit display all, after I finish filling this section out, if I do this, it minimizes it. Cause this section isn't required. But you kind of wanna do this section, because it's multi-family home, every bedrooms or rooms in the basement. The first floor, second floor, you're just gonna put dining room, one, bedrooms, two, full back, three, like whatever it is. You're just putting that in there, and you have to enter your taxes, they write the tax year, so it's all in there, and then when you're done with this little section. You just hit this, it minimizes it, and then this one, if I hit this, it's gonna bring me, right, it brings me everything that's in this feature section. So again, after I do full listing office, I do this, and it shoots that up. And then I choose the type of home, and then I click on exterior, so I'm kind of eliminating it as I go, and then you just hit save. Cancel for now,
And are the taxes, pays for taxes?
yes, which you can get that from the tax information, whether it's here, why is it not very large? Oh, that was really weird. On NJMLS, I like to use what's here on the desktop, which you can get to it, is the realist. So when I open up realist. When it goes, what should I place? One, you can choose the county you want, but as you start to type. Okay. Oh, yeah. No, Oak Street. I'm gonna choose this one, it does start, this is fairly new, they started like doing the auto search for you, to make it easier, but as I come down. It tells me my taxes are right here, so you're always gonna see 2022 taxes, because the way taxes get right around now, everybody's gonna be finding out what their taxes are for next year. So it is what it is here, that's based on 2022, because of the way taxes in New Jersey are done. So again, when it ends the tax year, you're writing the 2022, and you're pulling the tax from here, Mondo.
No, just.
Do not want to do this.
Just in case you have something like that. Here, just let me know.
That the
You know,
most
something
I
like
might,
that.
I know the others. But yeah, so like it gives you the mortgage history, you know, the seller's names are up top or whatever, you know, so this is the property address up here, the seller's names and their address, which could differentiate if it's an investment property, their personal address could differentiate from the actual thing here. But it tells you when it was built. I do not absolutely know why this is listed as a condo. It is a 3-family home. 1977, $15,000. That makes a lot of it. In 1977, this is probably about $2 million home now. It is a very narrow lot. It is 3 families, and there are 1, 2, technically 3 bedrooms on the floor. This is my house.
Yeah.
So I understand this, but the fact that this is listed as a condo kind of makes me laugh, because that's not true. It's a typical brownstone.
So look at this again.
Todas las casas.
Does that have all the information?
So it gives you comps on the market,
Okay.
yes. With realist, I know this is differentiated off a little bit here, so the high sold at 790, but it tells you what sold. It'll tell you, there's really nothing's really sold actually in the market too much in this area. But it tells you, I want to move this stupid bar. And this, so I can see. Is it in a flood zone? I hope not, we'd be underwater.
Okay.
The zoning map for it. It gives you all sorts of information for the property. It is a really good flood map, is very easy to read. Obviously, it says out.
Right there, yeah.
Otherwise, if it's in yellow, it's in a 500 flood zone, which means it could flood once every 500 years.
Oh, wow.
Flood coastal and floodways. Coastal is the coast, the shore. Is the coastal ones. Long Branch, the whole coast is Long
Yeah.
Branch. I don't know what Z zone means at all, but like,
Oh, it shows you, okay.
so this is that really listed as, oh no, A zone is a 100-year flood zone. So as I zoomed out, the reason why this started to show me yellow is here's Hoboken. Hoboken, anything that sits along the water down here, this is more Secaucus, because this is County Ave, this is County Road. So this is Secaucus, Jersey City, here's Kearney, this is the Passaic River. It's hard to see if that is the Passaic River that's running through right there, or is that the Hackensack that meets up with the Passaic? That's the Hackensack River. Yeah, it's right there. So this is down the hill on the opposite side, but obviously Hoboken's underwater. Hoboken's underwater, downtown Jersey City can be underwater. So these are not as high as flood zones. The new Hackensack River goes into the Newark Bay, which goes into the Passaic River, which dumps out into the waters. The Passaic River is the largest river in the state. It is massive. It zigzags and winds all the way up to Western Jersey.
Oh, okay.
So, but this will show you, and so you can get a good idea of what they are. If you're looking at a flood map, in terms of colors, so yellow is the 500, once every 500 years.
And then what about the blue one? 350?
No, I don't know what V zone is, I'm not gonna lie to you. Does that mean it's always underwater? Because that's literally water. It's Guttenberg, no, that's down in North Bergen. This is actually North Bergen down here. Cause that's gotta be down by, I don't even know. This is River Road, yeah, this is North Bergen. I don't know what that is, this is the hospital. Which is in a major flood zone. But yeah, this is North Bergen down here. There is, people don't realize a section of North Bergen that is down on the water over there. It goes down the hill, besides Edgewater and Weehawken and West Newark, do come down. Not too much, but North Bergen actually has a huge chunk down on the road. But yeah, so, but that's that. Does anybody have any questions in Zoom land?
Thank you so much. I have a question, Janice. We search something NJMLS and we can find later. You something says, but I missed that one.
Wait, can you say that again?
You know, we search something. We search for the property. After we wants to find what we search, we can find various. You something show that, but I missed that part.
In the property search?
Yeah. We search something and we
Oh,
found.
recent searches. So here it is on the screen. So there's clear, it's recent searches. So something like you were looking for a client. You click on
Okay. Yes.
recent searches right here. It'll show you everything that you searched on August 10th at 11:11, I'm good.
Oh,
11:11 in
okay.
the morning.
Okay. Thank you so
So you
much.
can go over here for your recent searches.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
you're welcome. All right, if anybody has any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. Have a great Thursday.
Thank you.
Bye, Lee.
Thank you.